What's up guys, this is Ken from Tech Open back again with another video. This time to show you the DJI Mini 2 unboxing. So let's unbox this and check it out guys. So you get 4K video recording at 100 megabits per second, while on the first version we had 2.7K at 40 megabits per second. So there will be an improvement in video right there. It is the same sensor and it's also, it's basically the same camera. They just unlocked the features that were basically already there in the hardware. So the previous version was actually a Wi-Fi connection. In this one we have OcuSync 2.0. So you get a much more stable connection, less dropouts in the transmission. So that will give you a little bit more reassurance in that aspect. The drone is also more powerful in terms of the motors. The motors have been improved. You have now the LiPo batteries, which have a more powerful discharge rate, which also will help in the drone's performance. So this is level 5 wind resistant compared to the level 4 on the Mini 1, on the first one. So that in itself is already a big improvement. Spec-wise, they claim it lasts 31 minutes a flight with one battery, with one charge. So that's 1 minute over the previous version, which was 30, but I don't know, you're not gonna notice that difference, honestly. So yeah, let's open this guys and check it out. This will be just the unboxing to check it out. So in this version, they actually packed the drone already inside the case, but I'm pretty sure you've already seen that before. So you can see the bag here. You have the DJI logo here on the front. This is supposed to be waterproof. And it has this little pattern here on the side, which is pretty cool. Looks nice. And I like the quality of the bag. It looks really nice. So you can see here on the side, we have this little handle to transport this way if you don't want to use the arm strap, the shoulder strap. You have this little shoulder strap, which is adjustable. Okay, so here on the front side, you have a little pocket here. If you want to stick some documents or whatever. So you can see here on the zipper, we have this protection, which seals this very well, so there's not like water getting in here. Any rain or anything, if you happen to catch some rain. Okay, and right here on the top part of the bag, let's see what we have. Okay, so we have the spare joysticks, we have the screwdriver, and we have 1, 2, 3 sets of propellers. And you can see they all come with their own little screws there. We have these two little boxes here. Quick start guide. Now inside the accessory box, let's see what's inside. So you have these two extra cables. I believe the cable that's already on the remote is the lightning cable, so it's already set up for the iPhone. But if you do have like an Android or any other device, you have the micro USB-C and the micro USB. Then we have a USB-C to USB-A cable right here. I believe this is to charge your hub, to connect to your hub. So we have the hub right here. So let's open this and check it out. So here you can see we have the charging hub already with 2 batteries. The third battery is already inside the drone. Then we have the brick, the charging brick. I don't think we have anything else in there. And you can see USB-A, that's where you connect this cable to charge your batteries. And now we have the remote control. So here we have the remote. So when you put it in sport mode, the motors are really gonna tighten up. They're gonna get quicker, more responsive, and more powerful. And you can achieve speeds up to 16 meters per second, which is more or less like 58 kilometers per hour on a drone that is this small. So I think that's pretty awesome. You can get some really cool shots with this. I would recommend starting in cine mode. If you're starting out, I would recommend going into cine mode until you get used to this, to flying the drone, guys. I would recommend leaving it like that. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. You can see here we have these LED lights, which will indicate the power level of the remote. This one is much better, guys, than the previous version. You have a much bigger battery, better grip, more ergonomic. It's just an improvement. It will last you for quite a few flights without having to actually charge this. And if you need to charge it, you have this bottom port here, which is a micro USB-C port. You can also use a power bank if you'd like to charge it up, as you can see. You have your joysticks stored here, which are actually already placed here on the remote. Then you have this key right here, which is a function key, and you have this one, which is it's a mode key. It switches between video and photography mode. So you can just press this without actually having to go into the menu. This little rotating dial is to control the angle, the pitch of your gimbal. And also keep in mind that in the software, if you want to completely like push the gimbal up, you have to unlock that feature within the software. It's locked. I don't know why they do that. But if you want to tilt the max that it can up, you have to unlock that in the software. This little button right here, you can use it to either record and pause your video if you're recording video, and shoot photos if you're in photo mode. Then here on the back, you have these rubber grips, which make this feel really comfortable in the hand and secure. I'm not sure if this is a cooling grill or actually a little speaker, but you can see it really well here, guys, hopefully. Now, in order to place your smartphone here, your device, you just pull this up, and it has like a spring-loaded mechanism that tightens your device here. And with my 12 Pro Max fitted in here, it's quite a tight fit, guys, with the case on. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a tight fit, but it does work. So keep in mind that anything above the width of the 12 Pro Max is gonna be a very, very tight squeeze, or maybe not even be possible. Then you can see we have the little connection cable. So this already comes pre-applied with the lightning connector, but you have a micro USB and also a USB-C connector if you need that, depending on what device you're using. If you're using Android, you're definitely going to use the other cables. And then all you have to do is place your phone here and then connect the cable, and that's good to go. This button right here is the return to home button. So when you press this button, it will return to home, which it's basically the first point that it's set off when it lifted off. So when you do lift this drone off, make sure you let it hover for a while so it can actually register its position, its GPS position. And then when you press that button, you're sure that it will come home to the place where it started out. And this button also acts as a pause button. So let's say you're flying and suddenly you want to stop because you want to check something out. Or let's say, for example, you want to pause for some reason, your flight. When you press this button, it will also pause the flight. Now, another thing that I did notice on this that is kind of a little bit weird, a little bit strange, is, for example, with my iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is, it's a pretty hefty phone. It's not a small phone, and it has a little bit of weight to it. I've noticed that after a while, this actually has kind of a tilt forward heavy kind of feel to it. Just a small little detail, but I think I needed to mention that, guys. So let's check out the drone. And here it is. Really small, look at this. It fits in my hand. It's the size of my hand, look. That is so cool, guys. Look how tiny this is. So now let's remove the prop guard here and see what this looks like. So you can see the prop guard is made of a semi-rigid rubber material. It's like a plasticky material, but it's really flexible, almost like rubber. And this part is actually like rubber. And this fastens with this little pop-on kind of plug thingy. This is what it looks like, guys. So you can see they're all flippity floppity. There's no way to hold them in place. You could actually break them if you're not careful. So the prop guard is definitely welcome. And then you can see here on the side, it actually tells you how to unfold the arms. So you can see in order to unfold the arms, you have to do this one first, the top one first, it goes forward, and the bottom one goes in second place, and you fold it down outward like that. And this is what it looks like. Let me just take this bag out of the way, guys. Now let's remove this rear sticker, which is where you put the batteries. And now you can see on the rear side, we have the USB-C charging port to charge the drone directly or to transfer data, I believe. And then you have the little SD slot, micro SD slot. But notice that it's not covered. There's no protection here against humidity or water. So it's exposed. You have the cooling vents, the sensors, power switch, LED lights which indicate the charge level as soon as I power it on. Here you can see the detail of the cables that go into the arm. I'm gonna try and show you the best that I can, guys. So, and right here, if you pop this open, we have the battery, which is already placed in there. And to pull it out, you have to press this little lever, I believe. Yes, exactly. And you pull out the battery, and you can see the insides. Pretty cool. pop this in again, close this little door like so. And notice that when this lands, it practically, its belly practically touches the ground because the only thing you have here is these two little feet for it to land on. So there's no like raisivity from the surface. You can see it actually lands like that. So I have seen people adapting these little skids on the drone so it lands like this and it doesn't actually lay flat on the ground. But that will add a little bit of extra weight, so you might eventually cross the 250 gram limit weight. So in order to remove the gimbal protector, you have to pull this little tab right here and then very carefully remove it so you don't break it. And you can see the gimbal. And you can see that the blades are much firmer than on the first Mini. They seem more firm to me, not as flexible. So guys, when you receive the combo version of the Mini 2, the battery pack will already come with 2 batteries placed inside. And the other third battery will be placed inside the drone. It will be already here inside the drone. I just took it out for you guys to see what this looks like, okay? Now, in order to slide this in, you want to keep the label side up. You just slide it in like that. And you push it in to hear that click. And you close the lid also till you hear that click. Now, when you receive your drone, your batteries are actually going to be like in a dormant state. They're going to be in an inactivated state, and you have to give it a first charge for them to work. You can't just pop them into the drone as soon as you unbox this and start flying the drone. It doesn't work like that. You actually have to charge them up a first time, okay? Now, you can do it by either taking the battery out of the drone, which is placed inside the drone. You just press this little button, pull this out, slide it in here in the dock, into the charging dock, and then you're going to get this. You're going to plug it into a charger. But you can also use something like this, which is a power bank. Okay, I have this little power bank from Anker. It's a 26,800 milliamp hour battery power bank that I always have with me when I'm traveling or when I'm going out. And I'm also going to use it for the drone. So let's say, for example, you didn't buy the combo kit. You can use an external power bank, for example, to charge your drone and the battery inside. So I'm actually going to demonstrate how to do that bit before I'm going to unfold the drone. So you're going to unfold the front arms first. They pull forward like this. And then you're going to get the bottom ones. You pull them down like that. And like that. And if we go to the charging port right here, I'm going to actually stick the battery in first. So I'm going to get this battery. I'm going to plug it in here. Okay, close this. So you go to the charging port. I'm going to get my Anker power bank. And I'm going to place the USB-C cable inside the port, like so. And you can see it's charging, and the drone will also charge. You'll see this charging up, but it's actually already fully charged, the battery. Or else you would actually get these lights like flashing. And then when they're fixed, you know the drone is fully charged, okay? So that's how you charge it with the charging cable. But I could actually also use this to charge the hub. So I would just go here to this little port, plug this in, and it'll start charging the batteries. Another thing to keep in mind is that this has an optimal charging sequence. So let's say, for example, you have these 2 batteries in the hub, and this one's at 50% charge and this one is at 30. It's going to charge this one till it's 100% full, and then it's going to jump to that one, okay? It always goes to the one that has less charge left to fully charge, so you can start flying, and then it'll keep on charging the other ones. And you can see it actually shows a little power level there. And once it's fixed, it means the batteries are fully charged. Now, in case you're not charging and you want to know what power level you have on the batteries, so if it's like in this dormant state, you just have to press this little button on the side and it'll give you the power level that is left in each one of the batteries. So you can see they're at 100%. And another cool thing about this little hub is that you can use it to charge your smartphone. So really handy, this little dock here. And this alone, I think, is enough of a reason to get the combo version, because you know you're always covered in terms of battery life. You won't have any issues with that whatsoever. Now, one thing I would like to mention about the drone that I didn't mention is in terms of its body. The main difference of this one compared to the Mini one is I feel it feels more well built to me in the hand. I think the quality of the plastic feels more robust. The arms, the blades are also more stiff. They feel a little bit more substantial. This little button right here which used to be a fixed one on the Mini 1. It's actually pressable on this one. And you press this little button actually to sync your files between your drone and your smartphone. So I believe that's how you would sync your files from your drone directly to your smartphone wirelessly. So you could use that, for example, to sync with your device and start posting on social media, your photos and your videos right away. Another difference is this light on the front part. We didn't have that on the Mini 1. Now you have this little light. You could use that to identify your drone, for example, and you can also change the colors of the lights in the app. I actually have mine set to an RGB setting, so it shifts between the different colors. That's pretty cool. And another thing that's different on this drone is that you can see the blades now have these orange tips. So that's a really nice way to be able to tell the difference between this one and the Mini 1. If you have the Mini 1, you won't get the blades mixed up or anything like that, and you can easily identify your drone. So that's more or less the main features. Besides that, it's practically the same thing. And also another small little detail, if we take off the gimbal protector, is here on the front part, you actually have 4K here on the lens. It identifies as a 4K camera, and we didn't have that on the Mini 1. And it's slightly redesigned, this look of the gimbal. It's a little bit different. I've noticed it's slightly different, but besides that, it's practically the same thing. They're practically identical. You can see you have the indication of the weight here, which proves it's under 250 grams, so you can kind of get away from some certain legal issues in certain countries that are restricted to drones over 250 grams of weight. So keep that in mind, guys. Now, in order to start flying your drone the first time, as soon as you have the battery placed inside your drone, you know it's fully charged. I recommend fully charging your drone every time you fly because it's another added safety measure in my opinion, guys. And all you have to do is first you would place your smartphone here. You connect this. You power this on, like I said, with one press, one long press to turn on the remote. Now it's actually waiting to pair to the drone, which is switched off. But if we do the power on, so it's one press and then one long press to activate the drone. You get that little ringtone on the drone and it's ready to go. Now it's blinking like this because it's not connected to this. So you can see it's now connected. It stopped blinking those colors. It's actually connected to the remote. We have a fixed light here. And all we would need to do would be place our smartphone here. Now, the first time you actually activate this, keep in mind that there will be almost certainly an update both for the drone and also for the remote control. Unless you're buying this secondhand and the previous owner has already done the update. As soon as you power it on, you're going to get a startup screen which says to connect to the drone. You connect, and then you're going to get another little button that says go fly. And that's when you actually enter the app itself to fly the drone. But yo, guys, I'm going to leave that for another video, for the test flight video, because we are having some rainy days, unfortunately. Since I got my drone, we have some rain going on where I live, so I won't be able to do the test flight right now in this video, but I will do it in another video, guys. To sum this up, who do I recommend this drone for? If you're starting out, if it's your first drone, you're not used to flying drones, you want to get your feet wet in the drones area, I would recommend this drone, absolutely. If you can afford this little drone, I would absolutely get this one. And I would even more recommend the combo version because you get these extra batteries for like a slightly added price, in my opinion. I think it's worth the upgrade. I really do. Every time I've flown a drone with just a 30-minute battery, I've always, you know, wanted to have an extra battery because there's always some shot that we miss. Another thing this is good for is if you have like a YouTube channel and you want to get some drone shots, but you don't want to invest too much money. So most people that actually buy drones, first time users, they'll buy it for fun because they see everybody buying drones and they think it's cool, and it is cool. It's fun to fly, but you know, most people actually buy them and then just put them away. So I wouldn't recommend getting, as a first drone, I wouldn't recommend getting like a higher end drone. I wouldn't recommend getting $1,000 plus a drone for your first drone. I really wouldn't. I would go for something like this because you can get some really awesome footage with this tiny little drone. It's incredible what this can do because I've seen what it can do. It's really amazing, guys. If someone actually placed this remote with a phone flying with the drone already in the air and you're filming, you probably wouldn't even notice it's like a little tiny drone. You'd probably think it's a high-end drone. You really would. It's that incredible, guys. So yeah, as a first-time drone, I would definitely recommend this one. especially if you're filming, because this drone was created as a filming tool. It's not created as a toy. It's more created, it was more like made up to actually create videos. And then the fact that it's so portable adds that extra portability feature to the drones, because not always do we want to travel with a heavy drone. We want something that's portable, that can fit in your backpack, they can take on travels, they can take like on walks, on bike rides or whatever, in the mountains or like anywhere, like family videos. You can do so much with this. You can make your videos look so cool with a little drone like this. And you know, it's a really cool package. I think you get a lot of features. I just wish this drone had active track and precision landing. It's two features that I actually like in a drone that this does not have, unfortunately. Yeah, but besides that, it's a great starter drone. If you're doing videos, if you want to do some drone videos, you're new to the drone area, and you want to start out in filming with drones, I do absolutely recommend this drone, guys. So yeah, if you want to check out the test video of the flight of this little guy, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. I will be doing the video as soon as the weather clears up. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to leave your thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Leave your comments in the comment section. What do you think about this drone? Do you think this is a nice little kit? Do you agree with me by saying that this is a good starter kit for anyone starting out with drones? And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's a big help to the channel, guys. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.